I don't believe him. Piers Morgan confirms he is not the pigeon lady from Home Alone 2. People in horror movies be like, understand, this was Netflix before Netflix. No shade, but that bottom one is literally Logan Paul. When Mickey Mouse gets the aux cord, hot dog, hot diggity dog, the glow up nobody is talking about. Why do I not remember the original Toy Story graphics looking that bad? Imagine having to wake up at the break of dawn to go watch your boss show off his kid. This is some advanced humour. Roses are red, I don't get it. Can someone comment what this means? I don't trust you if you think Violet is not the most relatable character in history. Hello? Have you seen my son, Finding Nemo? I keep forgetting that I have a Shrek mask hanging from my ceiling, and every time I see it, I scream. The scene versus the cameraman, always wash your grapes, and miss my chance to become Spider-Man? I think not. Who wins this fight and why? You're literally putting the God of Thunder against the guy with the sore throat in a Halloween costume. The detail in the first Incredibles versus Incredibles 2. I'm blown away. Anyone else just feel like this is a waste of time. Legitimately thought this was Batman twerking. My cousin has a Michael Myers mask and he can't stop wearing it. Sit back and relax. The Incredibles way. If you knew nothing about The Incredibles, this would be a horrifying picture. Mark Zuckerberg always looks like the guy in a zombie movie who's been bitten, but is trying to keep it a secret from everyone. Note to self, never travel with Sandra Bullock. But did she or did she not get where she needed to be? Who would win in a fight, Remy? I hate this debate. He's a street rat. He would absolutely clobber Stuart with his bare hands. Stuart hasn't worked for anything in his life. Remy knows the struggle. Stuart is a little wimp. It's not that personal. We were supposed to put sayings on rocks as a wedding present and I couldn't think of anything. So I made this. You guys realize that this scene means a group of animators would have had to ask themselves, okay, now how do we make a tortilla move? Hulk's nipples glow when you pinch them. That's the Infinity Stone. This looks like an album cover of some Fire music. She ain't much, but this is my baby Cynthia. Bro, did you kidnap Mater? Usually don't like sharing things from my personal life, but here is a picture of me doing karaoke last night. Massive crack in Antarctica ice shelf spanning 11 miles. That damn squirrel. Are these cute? Yes or no? Thanos on his way to the club. I've been in therapy ever since. Disney wakes up every morning and chooses trauma. Don't feel bad about not having a girlfriend yet. Remember, Shrek didn't have a girlfriend until he was 30. Unlike Shrek, I'm not sexy as hell. If you could eat one food from any animated movie, what would it be? Mine is the eggs from Shrek, Daphne from Scooby-Doo. A 3-year-old Pennywise the clown is adorably terrifying. Look, I'll punch a kid too. These hands rated E for everyone. Cursed image. Is Pennywise dropping a mixtape? Marvel loves this aesthetic. The owner of Alvin and the Chipmunks is looking to sell them for $300 million. I'm going to buy them and put them in the oven. Due to less air pollution, the sky is so clear that I can see the Universal logo. I asked my 5-year-old to keep an eye on his sister while I served him dinner. I peek out of the kitchen and I find him like this. The first design of what Voldemort was supposed to look like. Thank God they didn't choose this one. Imagine the trauma. I had enough with the Screaming Book. When you realise that Joaquin Phoenix used to play Superboy before becoming Joker. Officer Judy hops to scale. How do you even explain this to God on Judgment Day? Amy Schumer was initially casted as Barbie but ultimately left the role in 2017. Don't think there's been a movie that has dodged a bullet this hard. What did he attach his web to? Uncle Ben really gifted us with some fine men. That is a fox and a car. Groot is 14 feet tall. They grow up so fast. Everyone says thank you to the nice artists and animators that listen to criticism and fix their mistakes. I still can't believe y'all cyberbullied an entire studio. 4 Michigan men arrested for driving a horse and a buggy while drunk. They look like the villagers in Shrek. Does my friend look like Pocahontas? No. She looks like the people that took her land though. These movies are for kids, she said yes. Is that Voldemort's wand? Otis versus Alex. Alex wins. I found the Lorax. Why are vampires always wealthy in movies? Like, how do they make a living? If you've been alive since 1892 and still broke, just step into the sun. You hear a door slam, you turn around and see him. What are you doing? Ask him what bills he's paying to be slamming doors in my house, the only simp we can respect. Friendly reminder that Fiona chose a literal ogre over a short guy. Marvel characters, but their weapons are everyday items. No Tom Holland, not like that pose. You know I had to do it to them, Mr. Stark. Whenever you think you're being gaslighted, just remember what he went through. Who scared you all the most when you were younger? My mum. The real cinema one in the end. Am I the only one who liked the new Avatar movie? Pizza shop workers took down an armed robber, but when the police took off his mask, they discovered he was their old boss. Boy, what kind of Scooby-Doo stuff is this? Reminder of one of the darkest moments in history. Imagine the divorce. Lawyer. So you want to divorce Minnie because she was extremely silly? No. I said she was messing around with Goofy. Tom Hanks stated that the ending of Toy Story 4 was so intense he didn't want to face the crew while recording lines. Mr. Potato Head says the N-word. Are we just going to forget the scene? Rats are unable to throw up or gag. So this dude's soup was so bad that it broke the rules of nature. No way he was the hot fish from Nemo. What do you mean the hot fish from Nemo? Bring this man back for Despicable Me 4 and just watch the box office explode. This man has been trapped on the moon since the first movie with no water or food. This man is dead. I just realized Elastigirl's suit is red. Mr. Incredible's suit is blue. What's the name of their first child? Violet. Wow. They made Optimus Prime into a real thing. Lightning McQueen didn't win the Piston Cup to be referred to as Optimus Prime. I'm losing my absolute mind at the Elmo in the background. He looks traumatized. The older I get, the more I wonder what Kevin's dad did for a living to afford this house on a vacation to Paris for 9 people. Someone's mum said no. That is not Frozen, that's Crystal. Cold showers have many benefits. The average cold shower experience. What has been seen cannot be unseen. He loves watching scary shows, except for the scary parts. Imagine having braces during the apocalypse. No one can take your braces off, and you just have to accept that you'll have braces forever. Who would win in a baddie alien fight? Roger is the baddest of the galaxy. How about a End Our Life Pact? The Bee Movie is rated PG, the Bee Movie trailer, but the bees are thick. Every day we walk further from God's light. When someone compliments me, I too make a loud jarring noise. I just watched a Peppa Pig makeup tutorial and I am never sleeping again. Is Nemo going to be a sassy, rebellious teenager? No, Dad, you don't understand me. Finding Emo. Dad, I'm going to touch the boat. Don't tell me what I can't do. You know how skilled you have to be to make a tattoo look like a patch. So you're telling me that's not a patch glued to her arm? Lion King was one of the first movies to teach us to be your own friends. Why, I never trust a guy who drinks milk. I love how milk has become the universal symbol of true evil. Man captures bee, forces it to watch the Bee Movie. Anyone else's wife sleep like this too. Your wife is actually snuck out to a party in an 80s teen movie. My grandfather got bitten by a spider and was really upset, so I went to get some cream. But before I could leave the room, I heard him say, "At this age, I can't handle the responsibility of being Spider-Man." Either my friend is really good at Photoshop or Ryan Reynolds broke into my apartment. Tell the cops it was Photoshopped. Twilight without the blue tint just makes me uncomfortable. Joker, 5 stars. This happened to my buddy Eric. My dad is actually the villain from Despicable Me. This is amazing. I can't stop laughing at the reasoning for Twister's PG-13 rating. Intense depiction of very bad weather. Movies in the 1970s versus movies in the 2000s. It's been 19 years and I still can't believe how they managed to sneak Scooby-Doo onto a plane in disguise. Excuse me, how long? If you're ever feeling down, just remember that whenever Baby Groot is standing on someone's shoulder, he holds onto their ear for balance. The 7-Eleven employee looking at me when I'm hungry and buying 15 chocolate bars. Why are you buying 15 chocolate bars in the first place? Your booty is mine, Spider-Man, not the green Gar BBL in. When you look more like Walter than Walter White. This actually makes me laugh so hard and it's not even funny to sane people. I want her so bad. Same. Shortest month. And you select me. This will not be forgotten. I'm sorry, but it will be. Want to know who wouldn't have these problems with Thanos? Let them defeat Rotten Tomatoes first. 38 people have died in this house and is haunted. Horror movie families. Tell me something that I don't know. Scooby-Doo is basically a show that teaches kids that the villain in our lives are usually not strangers, but rather people we know and trust. Spider-Man vs. Ant-Man. I'll watch it. When your dog is a better Harry Potter cosplayer than you. After losing his father, a young boy joins a hippie group and becomes a vegan. I knew 6ix9ine looked familiar. Bro, don't ever disrespect Lady Glitter Sparklers like this again. Movies where a creature of another species with a love for good food meets a mess of a human who is down on his luck, living in a bad apartment. And the creature can control this guy's actions and he's unwilling at first. But they learn to cooperate and together they can stop the evil rich man trying to take them down. It's lemon grab, I'm screaming unacceptable. Who has the most on-site rivalry? Tom and Jerry didn't say a word for 70 years. All action. Robert Pattinson falling asleep at his own film festival tribute. That's Bruce Wayne. Great value DiCaprio and Cruise. Delete this right now. Tom Holland said that while filming Spider-Man Homecoming, Michael Keaton would whisper, "I'm Batman" during fight scenes. 90% of millennial couples look like this. I hate how painfully accurate this is. My most recent ex and me. A villain that became a villain, not because they seek vengeance or crave power, but because villains always have better one-liners, outfits, and musical numbers. Saw these cats and they reminded me of those 3 alley cats with the coloured sweaters from Tom and Jerry. I was watching Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet. They really made this as realistic as possible. Ralph is straight clowning. Yeah, Mickey Mouse is cool and all, but can we talk about Goofy for a sec? He was a single dad who raised his son, and when he lost his job, he went back to college so he could get a job to support his son. That mouse has nothing on this dog. Not even for once have any of them stopped at a gas station because they have Vin Diesel. Tell me something I don't know. If Pinocchio had said that his nose grows longer every time he tells the truth, nobody would know he was lying. Paranoid billionaire afraid of immigrant. This dude just rolled into our math class and left. I spent $6,000 and over 40 hours building my 100% movie, accurate Groot costume, and yet all the idiots in my office can't stop emailing about Shannon's toddler baby Groot costume. That honestly looks like a turd in a marshmallow. VIP cinema. Suddenly, you'd start hearing clapping and there won't be a round of applause. 10 hours of Darth Vader breathing. What the hell am I doing with my life? Vents in real life versus vents in movies. A blue guy named Sully has unique access to a hostile species that maintains the most precious resource in the world. He discovers the species is not what he thought, befriending a young female and eventually fighting against his own kind to protect her. Cars in action movies. Still works after being shot 1,000 times. Cars in horror movies. Can't even start. Kylie Jenner is the Ariel we all deserve. There's already enough plastic in the ocean. USA in movies versus USA in real life. This movie was so bad I saw it on a flight and people still walked out. Guys I like versus guys that like me. Who the hell said I liked you? What does it look like I do for a living? Solve mysteries with a dog. Superhero Twitter. Who gives the best inspirational speeches? Optimus Prime had me standing up in the theatre like I was gonna fight the Decepticons. My boyfriend is so strong, your boyfriend is plotting to steal the moon. Guess the movie Bird Box. Petition for Universal Studios to build Spooky Island from the Scooby-Doo movie. My kids took me to see the Emoji Movie, and now I hate my own kids. The movie Up is utter BS. I tied 57,000 balloons to my house and my wife didn't die. Hold up, ain't no way he stole that from the B movie. Don Rickles passed away before he was able to record any dialogue for Toy Story 4. Rather than replacing him, Disney reviewed 25 years of material from the first 3 films, video games, and other media. They were able to assemble enough dialogue to cover the entire film. Disney is built different, creating the Joker in 1896, throw him into chemical waste. Creating the Joker in 2019, throw him into society.